Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rocky Pops Gardening. Today is September the 20th, 2025. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. We're going to be talking about Ruby June strawberries. We finally got them in from the nursery. I know you guys have heard me talk about them before. They came in from the nursery as strawberry plugs, which is basically a baby plant. We're going to get them potted up in 2-gallon pots and have them ready for next spring. So, the Ruby Junes are just an amazing strawberry. We've grown them before. We went to Chandler's last year, which is what those are. We're still going to be doing Chandler's. But we love the Ruby Junes. They have such an amazing flavor. And we should have propagated them, but we didn't. That's why we bought more, but we're going to start propagating them now, just like we do our Chandler's. And that way we don't have to buy them anymore. We put them again in these 2-gallon pots. If you'll notice, they're silver. What I do is I buy 2-gallon, black 2-gallon pots. I paint the outsides of them silver. I go to the DIY store and get some silver spray paint. And specifically for painting plastic, which normally says primer plus paint on the can. Anyway, I get the outside painted, let them dry really good. And the reason I do that is when in May, when the sun hits those black pots, if they were black, really fires up the soil. If you paint them silver, it reflects the sunlight, thus it keeps that soil cooler. It makes for a much happier plant. Specifically with regard to the soil, what we're going to be doing is mixing 10 gallons at a time. We'll do 4 gallons of hardwood compost, 3 to 3.5 gallons of peat moss, 1.5 gallons of coarse sand, a double handful of earthworm castings, a double handful of 13-13 fertilizer, 13-13-13 fertilizer, and a double handful of garden lime. Mix all that together in our soil mixer, otherwise known as our concrete mixer. Again, as a 10-gallon batch, fill these buckets up, get those plants in them, get them going. We'll pre-water down the soil before we put the plant in there. When you put the plant in, basically you're going to take the plug, put it in even, put the top of the plug even with the dirt in your pot. Just kind of put the dirt around there, surround the plug. You're basically ready to go. The first couple of times that you water this plant, what I would recommend, even though you have put garden lime in there, the garden lime is to raise the soil pH, because this mix will actually give you about a 4.0 pH, which is a little low for strawberries. They're okay, it's a little low. You want to get it in the 5.5 to 6 range, something like that. So even though you got the granular lime in there in your mix from where you made your soil, I kind of tend to want to try to get that pH up a little bit quicker. So what I'll do is I'll take a handful of garden lime, put it in a watering can, pour my water in there, mix it up to where it kind of looks like coffee with a lot of creamer in it. And in the first couple of times, I will water that soil with what I call that lime milkshake, or whatever you want to call it. That way you can help bring that pH up a little quicker. Just do that the first couple of times. You don't want to go crazy on it, because that granular lime will help stabilize that pH, as time goes by. But I just kind of try to bump it up a little bit. And the reason I put so much peat moss in there is because peat moss is good for soil retention, for water retention, which you desperately need that in your strawberries also. Finally, what I will do, and you can do this now, or you can do this in the spring, although it's probably a little more difficult in the spring, you can put straw around the edges here. You don't want to put it right next to your plants, because if you do, you'll rot your plants. You can put it around the outside edges of your bucket. Make sure you get good quality straw that don't have grass and stuff like that in it. Or you can use ground cover and cut out a circle about the size of the inside of that pot, and cut out another circle that goes just around the plant. So basically you have a ring of ground cover. So you'll put that in there, and then that way, when you have strawberries next spring that grow, that don't quite make it outside the bucket, that are hanging down, if they stay inside the bucket, they're laying on that straw, or they're laying on that ground cover, or excuse me, that straw, the straw or the ground cover, I'll get it together in a minute, then the berries are less likely to rot. And if it lays strictly on the dirt, they will rot. So do yourself a favor, get you some straw or ground cover in there. That's basically it. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll keep you guys updated on these Ruby June strawberries. Basically, our process is to get these things potted, get them out in the strawberry rails till November, take them from the rails inside my hoop house, baby them over the winter, bring them back out in the March, and then get them back in the strawberry rails, and by mid to late May, early June, we're going to be kicking out some amazing strawberries. Again, I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for watching Rocky Pop's Gardening, where we try our best to work smarter and not harder. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.